It's Jill. I'm a recovery coach. I promise I don't bite. But today I wanted to talk about how we deal with fear and the science of fear, and in particular our fear responses. I know this is a weird time that I'm on today. It's usually 2 o'clock, but there's a reason. Right now we're watching lots of little dogs, not little dogs, big dogs, during this time, during wedding season. So today we have Parker and Toby, and Parker's a bigger dog, and he's still a puppy, but he's in there squeaking, so you may hear him playing. But before I get started, I do have a funny story of why I wasn't on yesterday, and I have pictures for it too. First of all, we had to go to the doctor, and we got late for that, but right before we went to the doctor, something funny happened. But I gotta show you the pictures. Okay, first I'm gonna show you this. This is, hang on one second. Oh, I already showed you the picture. This is Iris and Aries. Now, they are Emily's dogs, my daughter's dogs, and they are fun, but they can be a handful. Iris is just a little over a year, and she is something else. This is her in all her glory. You know, she's looks so majestic, but don't let her fool you. And I don't think she has fear responses, to be quite honest. She is game for everything. Well, we were getting ready to leave, and I happened to look outside, and here's a picture of her. She found the one mud puddle. It had rained, and then I had to come back and clean that up. So we went to the doctor, and then we came back to this to clean her up. She's clean now. She's back home, and she'll still have to have another bath. But she is quite the character. But anyway, let's get into the fear responses. Now, we all know the normal ones. The four. There's 4 of them that are most talked about now. There is fight or flight, freeze, and fawning, F-A-W-N. I don't know if my accent made that hard to hear or not. But today I want to talk about fight or flight. And I got a couple of stories to go with that. Now, you all know that we all experience them at different times. Now, for me, when I was younger, I had the flight was a big one for me. If I got hurt, I ran away. Absolutely. And I think I still do that as an adult sometimes. But they would say, "Where's Jennifer?" And just follow the blood, because I'm going to run away every time. I don't know how I thought that was going to help, but you really don't have control over these responses. So for me, that's what I did. Now, when I got older, I have this one phobia, and it's so embarrassing, but I think a lot of it has to do with I had burst my eardrums, so my inner ear balance and stuff is not quite there. So when I'm going up things, I will feel like I'm falling. So escalators, if it's kind of open at the top, it's real hard for me. And one time I was going up, and Emily, my daughter Emily, was in front of me. She was a lot younger at this time. And when I get closer, as I get to the top, the worse it gets for me. And I went up and I pushed my own child when it got close to the top to get her off first. So you honestly don't have a lot of control over them. But for the next couple of days, we're going to go over the other responses and talk about those a little bit. And then I've got a blog that will come out on Thursday that you can read, where I talk more in depth about it and the things that you can do to keep yourself on the if it gets too overwhelming. And with the fight or flight, it's good to have a short term. Obviously, it keeps you out of danger, and it's also kind of fun sometimes because you get the adrenaline going and everything going. So like when you watch horror movies or roller coaster rides, all that kind of stuff, that's part of that fight or flight. So anyway, have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.